Welcome back to Advanced English Language Academy. Today we'll be talking about a unique structure, having things done. Basically, in English language, this structure or these things are called causative verbs or causative sentences. But I'm just making it easier for you, not using difficult terms, so that our viewers understand easily. So having things done means, for example, I'm just telling you, my mobile is out of order, right? Okay, my mobile is not working, and it's my mobile phone, so I should repair it. It's my responsibility to repair it, but I'll take it to a shop where a person can repair it. So actually, in that case, it was my work, it was my job, and someone else did it for me. So when someone else did it for me, so in that case you will have to use causative structures. Don't just get confused in causative verbs and causative structures. I'm just gonna make things easy for you, right? Or for example, your car is out of order, your car broke down, it had some technical problem, so automatically you will go to a technical person who knows how to repair a car. Now repairing a car was your work, was your job, but you didn't do it yourself. You just used someone else's abilities to do your job. So that's where we will use the causative verbs or these structures. So there are different structures. I got my car repaired. When you use this structure, so you mean that your task is over. What you wanted to do, you did. You don't want to mention the person who did it. For example, I got my watch repaired. So obviously, a person who can repair watches, he will have repaired my watch, but I'm not mentioning because it is very obvious. We know that people know that I can repair my watch, so when I use I got my car repaired or I got my watch repaired, so it means that I'll have taken it to some technical person. Now this is also a causative structure. This is passive structure. In this case, you don't mention who did it, you just mention what you did, what you got done. He made us take the class. Now there is a little bit force. Nowadays teachers don't force, they most of the times request, but some of the students, when they go out of the class, so the teacher calls them back. Okay, I have done so. One day I was coming to the class, so the students were leaving the class, so I just called them back to the class. So force is a little strict word. I shouldn't have used it, but I think if I hadn't used this word, I wouldn't have been able to express this sentence in a better way. So therefore you can say that it's a little bit force. You can say that someone applied some force, like he made us take the class. For example, it was cold, it was hot, we were not able to take the class, so the teacher called us. We were requesting, please sir, we don't want to take the class, it's cold, it's hot. But sir said, come and take the class, otherwise I'll punish you. Not punish you, but sometimes in punishment you can be out of the class. Sometimes, as I said, that a teacher can only get upset, he can only just break it up with you for a couple of days. This is the biggest punishment nowadays, but he just forced you to do something. She had him bring books. You use had when you use your authority. For example, I'm your boss, right? For example, I'm your teacher, I'm your boss, or I am the owner of a company, and I ask my workers to complete the files. So you just see, I didn't request anyone, I didn't beg anyone, and I didn't force anyone. It was my authority. And my worker, my employee had to do it because I was his or her boss. So, for example, when we use he made us take the class, so it is force. But when we use she had him bring books, so basically she was a teacher and he was a student. So it is teacher's authority to have students bring books. So the teacher just used her authority. So when you use had, so for example, my elder brother has an authority over me, and I have an authority over my younger brother. For example, if I ask my younger brother to complete his homework, so this is neither force nor request, but we will use had here. Why? Because we just used our authority. And so when you are just using your authority, you'll have to use had. I let him go. Let means allow. Allow. That's your authority and you let him go. For example, I let my students go today. I let my students talk. I let my students do conversation. It's my authority and I am allowing the person. Allow means you don't interfere what a person wants to do. You just allow him to do. For example, I let him go. He wanted to go, so I let him go. I let her go. She wanted to go, so I let her go. I allowed. I did not interfere. I didn't just stop her. I didn't stop him. What he wanted to do, he was trying to go, and I didn't interfere. I let him go. So when you allow someone to do something, you use let. I got him to. Now with get, you will have to use to with others, like with make and have and let. You don't have to use to, but with get you will have to use to. Like for example, say I got him to take the class. Now get, when you convince someone, when you request someone is not taking the class, someone is sitting outside the class, and someone is just maybe he's off with us, maybe something has happened in the class, maybe he doesn't like someone in the class, maybe he doesn't want to sit with someone, and we just go out and request him, please Mr. come to the class, please come to the class. We convince him and we successfully convince him, so then we'll use get or got. I got him to take the class. So we requested him basically. So when you use get, you request him. When you use mad or mac, you force him. When you use had, so you use your authority, neither force nor request. When you use let, so you allow the person. This one is a unique structure. You don't want to mention the person who did that thing, but you just want to mention the task. You just want to mention, you just want to talk about something got completed. Who completed it? It's just irrelevant. It's just obvious. We don't need to talk about it because maybe all the people know it, or he is not to be known, or he is an unimportant person. Thanks a lot.